Okay, here we are in Photoshop, and here is the beauty render, which doesn't have any alpha. So first thing you do is combine all the renders. So we go to my mask, I select all, copy, you can close it, we don't need it anymore, just paste it over, and we go to the ambient occlusion, which is very faint. I don't know what happened there. Might see if I can re-render that, but don't know if we're gonna need it. Then I got an ambient occlusion. See, there it is. I've rendered one with the floor and one without, and with the floor I got a very soft ambient occlusion. So I went back, and because I wanted a shadow on the floor, I don't want him standing on a pedestal. What else do we have? We have the depth path. Don't know if we're going to use it, but you never know. Oh, where did it go? Oh no, don't do that. You can go depth path, and we've got a shadow with the floor. And I also have one without the floor, but I don't really need that. Well, it actually looks a little bit different. It's interesting. Okay. If you see it's way darker up here. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. So, I will now combine all these things together. Let's just first turn them off. We can select this one and put it in channels made an alpha, which allows us to just, if you select control, you see this little thing on your cursor, and then it makes a selection. So now we go to our layers, and we can now just copy paste, and we have it separate from its background. So there we go. Then we have our ambient occlusion, well, better, so we can use that to darken, and then you can see. It just adds a little bit, maybe multiply. There we go. So that's a little bit extra darkness. Now we can just dial back the opacity a bit. What we want, where we want it, we're gonna delete this one. It's that weird ambient occlusion pass. The depth I'll have a look at later, and the shadow also multiply that. It makes it very, very dark, but we can, well, that's not too bad. It's actually quite interesting, but again, you can just dial it back a bit, and we can for now just make it a bit more interesting. And okay, let's see, what can we do? Maybe make a little bit more interesting background. So let's just make a gradient, something a bit more. Let's see, something like this. I'll be all right. It's just so we can see the shadow. And what we could do is just fill a layer and use the filter clouds. Not saying that we're going to use it, I just want to see what it looks like. I might, if I like what I see, No, it seems like he's like floating in the clouds. We don't want that. I don't know about this gradient. We can change that. Maybe a little bit darker. No, that's not what I want, is it? Huh. So now comes the thing where we're just gonna experiment with it a bit, and I might add some shapes to the background, or to add a little glint in his eyes and stuff. I'm gonna have a little play, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys and explain what I did, so you don't have to watch me struggle. Alright, I think I'm quite happy with the way it is here. I might tinker with it some more, but let me show you what I did. Basically, I took a load of the splatters from which I had from CG Textures, and I just multiplied those on. What I do is, I want to create something interesting and something that fits the character, and he's very dirty and splattered, so I wanted to, and I already had the splatters, so I reused them, and basically just pasted them all on and add them to multiply, and then combined them together, and then copied around a couple of times. I also found some other, I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna leave this on or put this on, but this one is basically on color, and then I've got like a little fake floor here at the bottom. I might take this off, I'm not sure. So and the background is just a spotlight, which is under filter, render, lighting effects. You can create a well, let me show you. You can just create like a very fake, simple spotlight, but for this it works quite nice because the light is coming from that direction anyway. I was experimenting with just putting like a shape behind him, but I don't know. Might be, actually, now that I think of it, I'll create like a that would be nice, maybe like a sign or something, which I can put on the background here. It's not 100% necessary, but maybe. I'm gonna tinker with it some more, but basically that's, I just throw loads of layers together and play with the blending mode. The layer itself, I maybe do a little bit of hue saturation, change the saturation a bit to make it pop a bit more. Don't want to play with that. It'll throw it all out of whack. I'll just make it more interesting, and the shadow is just a multiply. Same for the ambient occlusion. They just help with, making it a little bit more, giving it a little bit more oomph, so to say. I don't know if that's a thing to explain it right. Okay, for now I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'll tinker with it some more, and then I'll come to the final lesson and the final image. Also, I made some other viewpoints as well, and I might wanna just create one image with all three of them next to each other. Not sure yet. Okay, see you in the next lesson.